How many of you guys remember this movie, Where the Red Fern Grows? I definitely do. I must have watched this movie 1,000 times on VHS when I was a kid. But unfortunately, I specifically remember a precept from this movie that really impacted me for a very long time. It's this idea of meeting God halfway. And let me show you what I mean real quick. So if you remember the movie correctly, the whole premise is that this little boy, Billy here, wants hound pups more than anything in the whole wide world so he can go hunt himself some raccoons. And he's completely saddened by the fact that these other boys in town who are mean as crap got the dog that they wanted, but he still hasn't gotten his dog, so he's super upset. And listen to what his grandfather tells him.
You'll have your own hounds before long.
I don't know, Grandpa. Sometimes I think God don't want me to have any.
That so? Why?
Well, I've been asking him for dogs as long as I can remember. Nothing's happened yet.
It could be that you ain't doing your fair share.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, if God was a mind to get your dogs as slick as cutting lard, he'd be doing all the work. That wouldn't be good for your character.
I don't want character. I want dogs.
You want dogs bad enough, Billy, you're going to get dogs. But you want his help, you're going to have to meet him halfway.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What do you think about it?
So Billy's left trying to figure out what it means to meet God halfway. And what does he do? He decides to go pick up some odd and end jobs, working on the farm for his pa and other people, picking up extra gigs to save up all of his money for a couple of months. And eventually, he's able to order and purchase his own dog. Hell, he even has to run away in the middle of the night and travel all the way to good old Tahlequah to pick up his dogs and bring them home all by himself. So yeah, he did get the dogs. He ended up with the dogs for sure. I think this is like a focus on the family film. It's definitely a Christian film because it's one that me and all my Christian friends watched my entire life growing up, and it's one that we watched at church and Sunday school and things like that too. But I think the moral of the story was supposed to be that we have to meet God halfway in order to get the things that we want, and that, you know, God would do the rest if we could just put in some effort. But literally, God didn't do a single thing in this movie for Billy. Hell, God didn't even do anything for Billy's dad, who needed a new mule, and he didn't get one either. I guess Billy's dad didn't know how to meet God halfway to get the mule. I just thought, wow, this is just so typically Christian, to give God credit for something that he literally didn't do. Which half of this arrangement did God even take part in whatsoever? But so many Christians will watch this movie and go, you see, God gave Billy those dogs.